able to skip to the outside of Anthony Tupou, and that forced Wade Graham to make a decision to come in. And when he left his position in the defensive line and Ben Smith hitting that hole, there was some space there and a good straight run. He was able to crash across and score a try. Luke Burt converts and the Eels will play from in front.
Yes, they will tonight. 6 points to 0 here in the 15th minute. The pressure had to tell eventually. See how the Sharks respond. Jared Hayne has been busy, most notably on that left-hand side. Stuart Mills, second game of his NRL career with a new 2-year contract in his back pocket.
He's going to have to send you to the middle of the
Shark until at least the end of the 2013
Stay behind.
competition. Super impressive last week. The kick-off, a deep one by Porter, taken by Maguire, and he gives it away to Shackleton, who winds up as he gets back to the Sharks' defensive line. Mitchell, the late inclusion, done in half, and feeds it off for Moi Moi. A strong run so far here tonight. His numbers averaging 133 metres per game so far this season. It's Taniela Lasalo. Must be a dead ringer at times for Jacob Loco. Loco has a little bit of height on him, but almost carbon copies out there on the left-hand side of the field. The kick is a deep one, but straight to Gordon. They'll bring it back towards the 20. And tackled there by Taniela Lasalo. They'll play it for Stuart Mills. Don't go anywhere there. Good work by Mitchell from Marker.
And a lot of open ground there, Anthony Mitchell. We found Isaac Gordon on the full. The wingers for the Sharks hadn't dropped back, so really picked out the man to play to grass that the Cronulla player was.
Down the short side they go. Here is Bukuya, gets a ball away for Tautai. His NRL career began as a winger. Still playing that role for the Sharks, but he's a back rower here tonight as Pomeroy gets slammed to the ground. It was Jacob Loco who rounded him up. Now Porter feeds it back for Graham, who's under all sorts of pressure. They've got him ringed in. Hindmarsh was there also, and off the outside of the boot, he puts a kick in, and Jared Hayne will bring it back. And they'll begin this set as a result of the pressure on the kick at the 40.
Great pressure from Parramatta, and they'll need to continue to do that all night. They were standing deep. They were looking for the 2-pass shift and looking for an option maybe to run it, but Parramatta off their line. They were aggressive. They moved swiftly, and they shut it down. Good enthusiasm from Parramatta for the little parts of their game. They're working hard from Marker.
Back down again.
The kick chase has been
fine.
fine.
I've called a move, you're doing nothing.
The discipline is good. And now they've earned themselves a penalty. And they're just starting to win this battle over the last 6-7 minutes. And that's how you build pressure on a football team. You win those little battles, and invariably, after that, it turns into points.
Yeah, just let him go.
Don't get frustrated.
Line,
go through your systems.
Wait here, wait for the kick. Wait for the kick next to me.
Well, we'll see if they can make that conversion right here to make it a double-figure lead as Moi Moi gets the set underway. Played in front of the upright. It goes across to Maguire, gives it to Lasalo. Porter again, with some help there from Bukuya, has to make the tackle. Now Mitchell showing it, giving it to Robson, coming out the back to Hayne, away to Walker, who drops the ball, and the tackle of Matthew Wright.
Gee, that was a good tackle from Matthew Wright. He jammed in on Chris Walker. He realised he couldn't slide in that position. They were drifting. You could see Colin Best was drifting, and Walker was going to score there if Wright didn't jam in. He was always going to have the momentum to go through the tackle, and he read it superbly, the young winger.
He's been struggling a little bit out here on the left wing. Matthew Wright with a knock to the leg, it would seem, in the opening minutes. Yeah, a good decision right there to come in, shut down Chris Walker. So much possession already for the Eels, 61%. It's Colin Best, the skipper tonight. He said during the week he never wanted to play for the one club. He's had some travels in his rugby league journey to the UK, to Canberra. He's back. The team he loves. He captains them tonight. He's Tautai. Play it from Morris. Goes to Porter. Douglas. And close to scoring in the opening exchanges. The ball away there to Bakuya. Looking for a fast play. The ball he does well.
Through the ruck.
Loco coming back over the top of him. Trying to get in his defensive position. Gives away a penalty. And now it's the Sharks' turn.
Well, they're looking for some leadership in the forwards with no Gallen, no Snowden. And Luke Douglas is providing that in the first 20 minutes of this game. There's a lovely offload there for his team as they go on the attack.
And they do that through Cordoba. Just inside the Eels 20. Plays it from Morris. Goes to Tautai. Look at Hindmarsh. Pounce on him from marker. There was no way he was going anywhere. Now Morris. On the right-hand side, giving it to Douglas. Hindmarsh watches up another tackle, make it a dozen for him in the opening 20 minutes of the game. Now Graham to the line. Tupou coming with him. Playing on the left-hand side once again tonight after being a right-side player for most of his time at the Sharks. Comes through the hands of Graham, away to Porter. Now Bakuya stepping away from the tackle there of Maguire. We have Lasalo and Hindmarsh working back on the inside. Last play, Porter rubbering, looking for 6 more tackles. Burt's
20
with plenty of poise and patience.
Burt's running it.
Watches it go dead, and the Eels would bring it back out to the 20. And here comes Luke with a head of steam up as well. Tapping it quickly. The Sharks were back to 10.
Well, late tackle penalty. It would have been nice to see the Sharks roll that one in the end goal and maintain the pressure on the Eels. The kick's gone dead.
Yeah, that's right.
Now a penalty.
When you make a tackle, you can't go to his head and then leave your head there, okay? Make the tackle, get your head out of there. Doesn't matter, your head was on his head.
Good call. I tell you what, I'm sick of seeing that too. Players burying their heads in the players, either his chest or his head. Tautai penalised for just that. Yeah, look. Get your head out of there.
That's turning back the clock. 2009 with a clamp down on that. And
what was that one called? Every other thing had a name for it. What did we call that one?
The Mask. I don't know. Well, think of one. Seen too many of them in the last season and a bit. As you said, they've made a bit of a comeback. Here's Robson playing it for the Eels. 40 away from the Sharks line. Goes to Hindmarsh. Here's the focus of the new iPhone application the Eels have put in play just tonight. Go to the iTunes store and log on and see how far Nathan Hindmarsh runs through the course of a game and how heavy his tackles are on the opponents. Here's Ben Smith. Just about nothing we don't know about the players these days. Twitter, iPhone applications, you can do it all. Now Robson kicking out towards Mills. Showed he can leap last week and he did a good job there. It wasn't a clean catch, but he fed it back to Pomeroy, but they'll take him into touch. And the Eels get 6 more tackles. Metres out from the Sharks line once again.
You could hear the referee say he was never held, and he wasn't. Jared Hayne got underneath Pomeroy then. Mills just scoops it back. Pomeroy upright. Hayne getting low and driving.
It was good work, wasn't it? They held him up and then they dragged him towards the sideline. The momentum wasn't stopped. And this places plenty of pressure now on the Sharks' defence. Young Anthony Mitchell out of dummy half, looking sharp.
Heads down, Para.
Nathan Hindmarsh packing into the hooking position. And Mitchell at the back of the scrum passes to Hayne.
Here comes Robson once again, almost getting to the outside there of Matthew Wright, who was defending in from the wing. Gordon was out there. Now a charge at the line. It's Mitchell all good. He was stopped only a couple of metres away. Long ball from Anthony Mitchell going to Maguire for Shackleton, who couldn't handle it. And he popped it up and it was taken, swallowed in fact by Tautai very gladly. They needed that. They hung on. Nice passes, and that one hit Shackleton right on the chest, but with the defence under his nose when the ball came to him. He had a little peek and put it down. Here's Graham, giving it to Douglas, bending the line back once again. Taking it for another carry of about 10 metres. He's made good metres so far here tonight. Oh, that was. Getting a chance to carry the ball forward was Broderick right in his first touch, and he was absolutely belted for his trouble. Now Luke Burke. Back towards the 40-metre line, grabbed there by Bakuya, and also right here it is again.
Oh, Anthony Mitchell really got a piece of Broderick right. It was Mitchell who knocked him into Hindmarsh. It was all good underneath. He's on the field.
Yes, he does. Atkins plays it. Goes to Jared Hayne with nothing happening. But never saying he's got him cornered. They play it 30 metres away from the Sharks line. It goes to Maguire. And the scamper comes back to Robson through Hayne. They'll wrap him up on the last play here. Another repeat set of 6. So many in the lead up to the try by Smith. Hayne's kick out towards the rookie Mills once again flying forward. This one might have come off Luke Burt though. In fact, they're going to say it came off Stuart Mills. And Parramatta will get 6 more tackles.
Well, they do well here, won't they? They will do well here to hold on, but they continue to bomb to Stuart Mills.
Yeah, I think it went over the top of Luke Burt. I don't know if there was a touch from Burt. Mills, yes, got the call right. Whether it was knocked on, whether you think it was or not, it certainly came off Mills and went out. The Eels will want to get through their set, if not score before.
Quick hands from Hayne across to Walker. He was grabbed by a leg there from Isaac Gordon, who once again was defending on the wing. All good. Working it up towards Morris. He's taken some stopping in his first couple of carries. Here's Hindmarsh in there at dummy half, feeding it for Robson. Hayne, good quick ball to the outside for Atkins. What a ball by Jared Hayne, and the Eels have their second try and a double-figure lead.
Well, they had to come up with points after all the pressure and all the football they've had at this end of the field. Jordan Atkins just stopped as he caught the ball, which held Matthew Wright up for just the split second that he needed. Robson out to Hayne, the long ball. Hayne loves throwing the long ball. Just a little jump as he caught that football meant that Matthew Wright had to stop also, and that's all he needed. Nice ball from Hayne. As Luke Burt has a slight hook on that one.
It stays at 10 points to 0. Jordan Atkins scores the first try of his stint as an Eel after moving from the Gold Coast Titans.
For me, Hayne is better suited at fullback, although he'd probably make a success of 5'8", because it just gives him the freedom to bob up anywhere.